Hey, darling. Back home. No, back at my parents' house. Let's be very honest and real about that. Things are slowly but surely moving forward in the capacity that they need to. So, yeah, that is where we're at with stuff. Um, yeah, and we're coming into solar eclipse season, and it's about to be a new moon in Scorpio next Tuesday, so I'm just in a space of like, expect the unexpected. I'm hoping that the unexpected is great. Because these past couple months have been a fucking shit show. And I have chia seeds in this if you're like, what in the hell is floating in your water? And I've also been able to keep some type of a sense of groundedness through all of this. So yay me. In that note, it looks like you're having a fantastic time with family up in the good old North Country. So I can't wait to hear all about it. But yeah, it looks like the kids have been having a lot of fun too. So that being said, let's bang one out for you this week. And we'll see how Sunday goes and if we're back in that studio that I've been in for a minute. And if folks start to flock and gather, it'll be interesting. So let me throw my phone on my actual charger because it's almost dead and I gotta go and teach after this over at Limber Tree. So take some time just to ground down through your seats. Let the crown of the head lift up to the sky. Come into your breath. Let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, nice deep inhale. And exhale. Two more rounds. Last one. And exhale. Coming back into some normal breath. Always starting off from a space of gratitude. We give gratitude to this earth, to the indigenous people of the lands that we are seated upon, the Crow, the Cheyenne, the Salish, and the Blackfoot tribe here in Billings. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga and for Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice. Give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, our own ancestors and our own lineage. If there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to this fine afternoon or evening, most likely for you, you can take the time to do so now. I have PTSD from spiders, I swear to God. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly blink open your eyes. Come back into the room and into the space, noticing any detailing. I also went to my storage unit last week to pull out my winter things for the year, and I thought, wow, I really hardly own anything. And it felt so good. It felt so good. That being said, I also was like, I could use a couple more sweaters. Catch yourself. Catch yourself, bitch. Okay, so go ahead and slowly turn and look out past that right shoulder. That left hand can come to the outside of your thigh or your knee. Sit up nice and tall. I'm in locust pose. You do not have to be in this posture. But maybe we work on getting into it. I feel like you're there and in that space. You probably already are doing it. So pull up and in on the low belly. And then exhale, bring yourself back. Go ahead and release yourself. And let's see if we can come into locust. So foot to the inside of your thigh. And then opposite foot, not locust, dear God, lotus. And then legs come up onto the tops of the thighs, shifting back and forth side to side. Good opener for the ankles, kind of first and foremost. Let's do a couple of rotations here from lotus. Just kind of rolling through your sit bones. Pull in on the low belly, chest pulls forward, you shift back. And then take it that opposite way. Chest pulls forward, you shift back. And then bring yourself back to your center line. Fingertips come out of in front of you and come out of you. It's a spooky Halloween session. Fingertips come out of you and then you slowly crawl your fingers forward like little spiders over the tops of your ankles. This might be a lot on your ankles, so just take note of where you're at. Forehead can come down to the mat, press into the palms, breathe into the back body. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. 2 more, big inhale. And exhale. Last one, big inhale. Exhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you. Rock back onto your seat. Release your legs. Ooh, be mindful of your ankles. Take your legs nice and wide. Shifting back and forth side to side. I feel like my dad is yelling. Give me a second. Just yelling and wanting to tell me about life insurance, but screaming at me like, you know, he's dying now. All right. Go ahead and take your legs wide. Where were we? Move and shift your seat back and forth, side to side. Come onto the front part of your sit bones. Fingertips come out in front of you and then crawl yourself down and over the tops of your thighs. Pull in on the low belly. Find that compression in the low part of the belly as you relax and release through the creases in the front part of the hips, through your tailbone and your glutes. Your forehead rests over your wrists. Big inhale. And exhale. Again, nice deep inhale. And exhale. Last time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly pull yourself back up. Turn towards that right leg. Turn and pull in on the low belly. Press down through that left hip. And then slowly raise yourself to center. Same thing on that opposite side. Turn, grab the outside of that foot. Press into that right sit bone, right hip as you turn into your left. So try to keep both of your sit bones grounded and planted. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Turn your torso back towards your center line. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. Relaxing and releasing, inner part of the thighs, the hips again. Apply some compression, press down through the heels. And slowly walk yourself back up. Take your hands underneath your knees and pop your knees out in front of you. Lay yourself over the tops of the thighs. Pull the crown of the head towards the top of the feet. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. Two more big breaths here. Big inhale. And exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Kick your legs out to the side and bring yourself into a tabletop. Nice deep inhale. Chest pulls forward, press into the palms, knees are underneath the hips. Exhale, pull up and in on the low belly, round into yourself. Chin tucks into chest, inhale. Breathe into the belly, exhale, press and pull. Two more, inhale. Chest pulls forward, exhale, press and pull. One more time, inhale, chest pulls forward. Exhale, press. Inhale, back into your table. Take that left leg back behind you. Big inhale here. Pulse here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend in the knee and then pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kickstand that bottom foot out behind you. Turn and open up into your modified gate pose. Big inhale here. Press and see if you can come out of the top of that hip. Hold and then put a bend in that knee and kick back. Open up through your heart and your chest. Exhale, release. Bring yourself down through your center line. Same thing. Inhale into your cow first. Exhale into your cat. One more time. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale back into your center line. Right leg extends out behind you. Take the right leg back. Press through the sole of the foot and then pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend in the knee. Flex through the foot and pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Kickstand that foot out. Extend through that right leg. Arm can come high to the sky. If you want to play with your balance more, you can keep your toes pointing rather than kickstanding, so not swinging through that knee. Put a bend in the knee. Reach back to grab onto the foot. Kick into the hands. Big inhale here. And then exhale, slowly release. Hand and knee come down to the mat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Again, inhale into your cow. And then exhale into your cat. Inhale back into your table. Tuck the toes. Pop your hips back and high. Take that right leg high to the sky. Play around with your strength here. Press down into that right palm. Pull down through that left heel. Take that leg up. Set that foot back down. Hand comes down. Same thing on that opposite side. Left leg comes high. Press down through that left palm. Ground down through the ball of that right foot as you pull down through the heel. And then maybe that right hand comes back to touch or hold the back part of the thigh. Hand and foot ground and plant. Inhale, chest moves forward. Exhale, press back. We pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Take those hips back and high. Shift yourself forward, lower all the way down to the belly, tops of the feet flip flat. Lift one leg and then the other. And then inhale, baby cobra. Maybe come into a full cobra. This is like the third class I've taught today, so I've got a little bit more range in my spine. So just check in with where you're at right now. Big inhale. Exhale, lower down. Right ear, right cheek, come down to the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. We go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale, lift. Press down through the tops of the feet. Engage the legs. Big inhale. Hands come right next to the bust line and press into the palms as you lift yourself up. Breathe into the belly. Maybe wave yourself back and forth side to side a little bit. And then take your knees wide and send your hips back into a child's pose. Crawl your fingers out in front of you. Lengthen through your spine. Big inhale here. Press down through the tops of the feet and shins. I'm just checking our time. And then slowly crawl yourself back up into table. We're going to come into frog pose today. So take your knees wide, your toes flex out to the side so you're on the inner part of the arch of your foot. And then you send your hips back so they're in alignment with your knees. We have the tendency to drift forward here. So press back. I like to interlock my fingers and find a little bit of solace here, like a deep prayer. And then slowly just let yourself settle into the posture. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. I'm gonna go for 5 more big breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale. Release any tension through the ankles and the feet. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Relaxing and releasing through the outsides of the hips. Maybe you release tension from the ankles up the shins, into the knees. If you have to come out at any given time, just please do so. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale. I like to crawl my forearms out in this one and drag my hips forward as I lower down through my chest and my feet pop up off the mat. Soles of the feet come together to touch, and then I like to lift through the knees so the knees pull into the center line. Rather than backing out of it, I feel like you can hurt yourself in that one. So hands come next to your bust line, press to your knees, and then send your sit bones right back to your heels. Tops of the feet are flat to the mat. Child's pose or extended embryo. Nice deep inhale. Breathe into the back body and the hips. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly shift yourself forward. Tuck your toes and then send your hips back in high down dog. Nice deep inhale, pedal it out. Check in with any pops. Any place that you might be holding. I feel like my feet pop a lot after frog pose. And slowly tiptoe your feet up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, down and over the tops of the thighs. And then inhale, lift yourself all the way up to stand. Arms come high to the sky. And then exhale, hands can move down to your heart line. All right, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, lower down and over the tops of the thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat, drop down to the knees, take the sit bones down towards the heels and kick over and onto your back. Shift your hips forward ever so slightly and then lower all the way down. Interlock your arms around the front part of your shins and pull down through your shins. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. And then send the soles of the feet high to the sky. Flex the toes in towards the face as you relax and release. Low belly pulls down towards your spine. I like this posture to kind of move and shift and massage through the low part of the belly. So just being mindful here, but that's always optional. I feel like my psoas, I know that my psoas muscles are like really incredibly tight. And I think I hold a lot of tension around my psoas. So I like to try to like massage, like use this space to kind of massage it out. Again, it's not super comfortable. But psoas is that muscle that essentially runs from like the part of your hip. You can feel it on like your midline. It's like right here, right? It's like a big V. And then slowly go ahead and interlock your fingers on the front part of your right shin. Extend through that left leg. And then left hand comes to the outside of that right knee. You turn and shift and stack your right hip over your left as you turn and look up past your right fingertips. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale slowly. Pull your knee through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Relax and release. Interlock your fingers on the front part of that opposite shin. Pull it in. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. And then that right hand outside of left knee, let that left hip shift over. Just stack, look out past your left fingertips. Relax and release through that SI joint on that left hand side. Left hip stacks over right. And then slowly bring yourself back to your center line. Take your knees and squeeze them all the way into the chest. Give yourself one more big hug. And then exhale, go ahead and slowly release. Let the legs come all the way down to the end of the mat. Lowering yourself down and into your Shavasana. Hands come down to the sides. Use your elbows to pop your chest up and roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Tuck your chin in towards your chest and come into your Shavasana. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. This one popped out, so we'll go there. Okay. Clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, and trust. The number 35. The Oracle of Delphi gazes into her siring bowl, patiently waiting for the images to take shape. She knows that a message is coming, so she remains peaceful and unafraid. There are 2 steps to her process. However, once she receives the information, which often comes in the form of a riddle, she must interpret its meaning. This process applies to your intuitive experience as well. Whether you realize it or not, you do have the ability to receive important messages from Spirit. You also have the wisdom to make accurate interpretation. This card tells us that it's time to let go of old doubts and open up to your own clairvoyant process. Like the Oracle with her siring bowls, you might find it helpful to use specific tools and techniques. Perhaps you'll be called to read Oracle cards or pursue mediumship. Whatever form of your intuitive process that you take, let yourself being a trusting receiver. And then take your time interpreting the message. It may seem complex at first, like you're putting together the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, but if you relax and let go of the need to perform and the need to be right, soon the answers you seek will become clear. There's something you must know about your oracle powers. There's no wrong seeing. Everything exists in energetic potential. As the energy changes, the outcomes you will see will change as well. Be open to receiving and patient in your interpretation. Trust yourself, for you are the oracle of your eternal life. Affirmation: more and more I trust my own intuitive process. I open to Spirit's guidance and understanding the message I receive. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, one more time, big inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, you can roll yourself to your right or left hand side. Press yourself up and into a simple seat. Hands come to heart, or they rest down on the knees. The divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you, dear Jane, the collective we in all of us. Thank you for trusting me with your body, heart, spirit, and soul, for being my friend. And to that, I say go in peace, and remember to serve love always. All right, darling. I will talk to you and see you soon. I'll try my best to edit this part out. When you get this, you'll see. And if it doesn't work, because of limited memory, anyway, thank you for your patience with me. Love you. I'll see you soon.